They say some relics should never be disturbed, and in Old England none were feared more than the Screaming Skulls. Human heads so cursed, so full of rage, that anyone who dared move them would bring disaster down on their home. Our story begins in a quiet village in Dorset at Bettiscombe Manor, home to what locals call the Screaming Skull of Bettiscombe. Centuries ago, a slave or servant brought back from the West Indies died here, far from home. His dying wish was simple, to be buried in his native soil. But his master refused, burying him in the churchyard instead. From that day, strange things began to happen. The house shook with thunderous noises, groans echoed through the halls, and villagers swore they heard screams from beneath the earth. When the coffin was finally dug up and the skull placed inside the house, the hauntings stopped. Ever since locals say, "Twa, disturb the skull, and calamity will follow." But Bettiscombe isn't the only place with a restless head. In Lancashire, at Burton Agnes Hall, lies another skull said to belong to Anne Griffith, a young woman attacked by robbers in the 1600s. As she lay dying, she begged her sisters to keep her skull in the house forever. They ignored her wish, buried her, and the haunting began. The house filled with shrieks and crashes until her skull was returned. To this day, visitors claim to hear whispers in the corridors when the house is quiet. And then there's Wardley Hall near Manchester, where a skull believed to be that of a Catholic martyr, possibly St. Ambrose Barlow, has been kept for centuries. Every attempt to remove or hide it has ended in misfortune, storms, accidents, even deaths. The skull still rests in the hall, behind glass, watching, as if making sure no one forgets its story. Across England, these skulls aren't just gruesome relics, they're warnings. They tell us that the past doesn't always stay buried, and that promises made in life can echo long after death. So, what do you think? Are the Screaming Skulls cursed objects or just tales to keep the curious at bay? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, follow, and share for more chilling stories from Britain's haunted history.